In the pre-dawn stillness of July 1st, 2025, a thunderous roar erupted along the Yangtze River near Wanzhou upstream of the Three Gorges Dam. A mountainside gave way, unleashing a cascade of mudstones and splintered trees that obliterated citrus groves and sealed off rural roads to villages nestled between hills and Asia's mightiest river. No lives were lost, but the wreckage, scattered debris, and isolated hamlets served as a stark omen of the chaos unleashed by reckless reservoir management. Geologists mark this as another scar in the 600-kilometer saga of instability along the Three Gorges Reservoir, a prelude to a nationwide deluge exposing the CCP's economic, social, and political failures. Torrential rains, flash floods, and unannounced dam releases have turned China's summer into a nightmare, with 329 rivers from Sichuan's Min to Liaoning's Tonghan exceeding danger levels, submerging cities like Chengdu and Dalian and erasing downstream villages. The Three Gorges Dam, once a monument to progress, now looms as a deadly liability. Designed to tame floods and power China, its fluctuating water levels, 145 meters in flood season, 175 meters for power, destabilize hillsides, cracking clay soils under relentless rains from Sichuan to Chongqing. On July 16th, it released 52,000 cubic meters of water per second through 11 floodgates, a rare event flooding Hunan, Anqing, and Hubei. Poyang Lake swelled to 4,600 kilometers, its largest in a decade, while Dongting Lake teetered on collapse. Dr. Wang Wei, a dam planner, exposed covert midnight discharges to protect the reservoir, saying they sacrifice downstream lives for upstream safety, a political choice, not science. In Xiangfen, Hubei, 350 millimeters of rain in 12 hours turned streets into torrents, toppling cars and evacuating 18,000. Ms. Li, a shopkeeper, wept. My herbal store, my life's work, drowned overnight. Ms. Chen narrowly escaped as her car was swept away. Silt trapped behind the dam clogs, its capacity forcing larger releases that erode riverbeds, pull seawater inland, and devastate fisheries and tourism. Economic losses mount, with Xiangfen losing millions in shops and vehicles, Dalian's parking lots becoming lakes, and Chengdu's tech zones paralyzed. In Dalian, 146.5 millimeters of rain from July 4 brought 7,649 lightning strikes, the most terrifying storm ever, a blogger noted. Locals climbed car roofs for rescue, mocking the failed sponge city drainage. In Liangjiang, Guizhou, mudslides erased homes, with Mr. Li alleging 2 unreported deaths in a supermarket lot. They call it nature to dodge blame, he fumed. In Nanyang, Henan, 700 millimeters of rain on July 17th followed Yao Reservoir's secret discharge, ruining Ms. Xiao's shop. No warning, just water erasing our lives, she cried. The CCP's censorship buries the truth, deleting posts about dam safety or casualties. Senior officials like Vice Premier Zhang Guoqing skip disaster zones, unlike past leaders Hu Jintao or Wen Jiabao. She waits for dry ground to pose for photos, commentator Li Linyi said. Dr. Wang called China's 100,000 reservoirs 40% unsafe, a ticking disaster. A Dalian rumor of a July 5th tsunami tied to manga artist Ryo Tatsuki's prophecy sparked panic, revealing distrust. The CCP says the dam's safe, but we fear the flood, a resident whispered. Share your stories below to expose this crisis. Subscribe for updates as we unveil the CCP's hidden failures. China in July 2025 is a land split by nature's wrath. The South drowns under relentless floods, homes and lives swept away in muddy torrents, while the North bakes in a furnace of unprecedented heat, where surfaces sizzle at 77 degrees. Hot enough to fry eggs without a flame. From Sichuan's submerged villages to Shandong's scorched streets, the nation reels under a dual assault of water and fire. Citizens pushed to their limits whisper a haunting question. What sins has the CCP committed to unleash such punishment on its people? As extreme weather ravages over 2 million square kilometers, half the country. China faces not just a natural disaster, but a crisis of governance where censorship buries truth and neglect amplifies suffering. Join us as we expose the searing reality of a nation on the brink. A nation divided by extremes. Since June, southern China has been engulfed by floods with rivers like the Min and Yangtze overflowing, submerging cities like Chengdu and Shangfen. Entire communities have vanished under water, with losses in lives, homes, and livelihoods mounting daily. Meanwhile, northern China endures a blistering heat wave with temperatures soaring past 40 degrees in provinces like Shandong, Jiangsu, Anhui, Hunan, Jiangxi, and Guangdong. In Hangzhou's West Lake area, ground temperatures hit 55 degrees Celsius on July 4th, prompting the local weather bureau to issue urgent clarifications. This is no exaggeration. Surfaces are burning. Across over 2 million km², the heat wave has broken records, with June alone recording 9 days of extreme heat, a phenomenon unseen in 150 years. Chinese media called it a rarity in history, but for those enduring it, it's a living nightmare. Personal accounts. A scorching ordeal. In Beijing, the heat is suffocating. On July 5th at 1:36 p.m., thermometers registered 50 degrees, a record for the capital. A commuter. Ms. Zhang shared her ordeal. I saw smoke rising as I left work. My heart raced, thinking it was a fire. It was just an electric scooter melting in the heat. Shanghai's so hot it's setting things ablaze. She paused, wiping sweat from her brow. I walked 200 meters and felt like fainting. It's unbearable. In Shanghai, subway exits have become gauntlets, with commuters huddling in shade to brace for the furnace outside. You step out, and it's like walking into an oven, a local posted on Douyin China's TikTok. I'm sweating through my clothes in seconds. In Wuhan, the heat is deadly. On July 5th, Zhanghan pedestrian street's pavement hit 50 degrees, where a gray zebra dove collapsed wings, splayed, gasping for breath. A passerby, Mr. Chen, poured water into a bottle cap to revive it. It took time, but the bird flew off, he said, sharing a viral video. This heat spares no one, not even animals. Residents reported surface temperatures on metal railings at 55 degrees Celsius, trash bins at 57 degrees Celsius, and parked cars and scooter undersides at a staggering 77 degrees Celsius. It's like living on the sun, Mr. Chen added. A Wuhan grandmother known for shunning air conditioning relented. Even I can't bear this. We turned it on today. In a village nearby, an 80-year-old man bought his first air conditioner, a testament to the heat's intensity. At 38 degrees Celsius, I used 10 tissues just to visit the bathroom 9 for sweat, a resident joked grimly. In Shandong, the elderly, typically resilient to heat, have surrendered to air conditioners. A Jinan office worker, Ms. Lu, vented, It's 30 degrees at night, 40 degrees by day. You stand still and sweat pours like a waterfall. This heat wave's just starting and I'm already dreading it. In Anhui's Bengbu, a resident tested the heat with 3 thermometers on July 5th at 10:54 a.m. One read nearly 60 degrees. The others maxed out at 50 degrees, he reported. The official forecast says 39 degrees, but that's a lie. It feels like my skin's cooking. In Jiangsu, a netizen quipped, Is Wuhan's weather now tropical? It's 38 degrees daily, like a car stuck in overdrive. My phone needed a cooling patch to survive. In Hunan, a rural road in Ji County, Shangchu City, buckled under the heat on July 4th. A driver, Mr. Wang's recounted, I slowed for a tricycle and the concrete split right in front of me, arching up and cracking with dust everywhere. I braked, just in time. Netizens debated the cause, some blamed missing expansion joints. Others argued the extreme heat exceeding 40 degrees would crack any road. In Wuhan, a viral experiment showed eggs frying on a scorching pan without oil. Bubbles formed, and it cooked solid, a resident marveled. Add salt and pepper, and it's a meal. That's how hot it is. A nation grilled and drowned. The heat wave's toll extends beyond discomfort. In Hunan, where Changsha faced deadly floods in 2021, Roads now bulge and crack under 40 degrees plus temperatures. Concrete pavements shatter and glass doors in Changsha exploded from thermal stress videos, showing shards crumbling at a touch. In Shandong, a netizen reported an ant roasted alive in 3 seconds on 74.1 degrees C pavement. The ground's a frying pan, they posted. Animals suffer too, with birds collapsing and livestock dying in unventilated barns. Farmers face devastation as cornfields wither. A Hunan farmer, Ms. Zhao, told overseas media, "Our corn seedlings are dead leaves now. The nearest water is 2 kilometers away. We pray for rain, but the sky's merciless." The CCP's weather reports downplay the crisis, claiming 39 degrees in Wuhan, while locals measure 50 degrees plus. Is that the air temperature or the anchor's fever? A netizen scoffed. Another joked, maybe the presenter's burning up and confused it with the weather. Tourists were warned, Wuhan's 39 degree isn't like elsewhere. Your shoes melt after 100 meters. It's the toughest walk you'll ever take. In Shanghai, a resident lamented, "Summer here smells like burning. Even in shade, I'm a sweaty mess." In Chongqing, 35 degrees C feels apocalyptic. Stand outside for 30 minutes and your skin's an oily paste, a local posted. I walked 300 meters and thought I'd die. CCP's silence and societal strain. The CCP's response is predictably evasive. By July 4, 754 provinces, cities, and counties issued heat warnings, yet official data underreports temperatures to maintain control. Censorship deletes posts questioning the heat's severity or flood casualties in the south. In Hunan, where banks closed online services, stranding 400,000 customers, protesters braved 50 degrees C to demand answers outside the Banking and Insurance Regulatory Bureau. A woman collapsed from heatstroke, highlighting the human cost. "They erased our savings and left us to bake," a protester raged. The CCP's focus on propaganda highlighting workers in sweaty hazmat suits masks the crisis's depth. No data on heat-related illnesses or deaths is released, mirroring their silence on flood victims. The heatwave strains infrastructure. Power grids in Shandong, Hunan, and Anhui hit record loads, with air conditioning pushing systems to the brink. Last year's coal shortages caused blackouts. Now the CCP allows more coal use to avoid repeats, ignoring environmental costs. Farmers already hit by floods face crop failures, threatening food security. Winter wheat is down, prices will spike, a Hunan farmer warned. Rural workers jobless from economic downturns return to barren fields, compounding poverty. "We've lost our jobs now, our crops," Ms. Zhao said. What's next? A call to question. China's 2025 summer is a crucible of floods and fire, with half the nation underwater and the other half scorched. From Wuhan's cooked eggs to Shandong's melting shoes, from southern floods to northern droughts, the crises expose the CCP's failures, underreported data, censored voices, and neglected infrastructure. Are these disasters nature's wrath or the consequence of a regime's hubris? Share your experiences below. Have you felt China's burning streets or seen its drowned villages? Your stories matter. Subscribe for updates as we uncover the truth behind China's hidden crises, amplifying the voices the CCP seeks to silence.